Thank you for joining us today. Our topic in this podcast is the Culper spy ring.
I'm Mark, and this is Andrew.
The Culper spy ring started in 1778. It was a network of spies active during the American Revolutionary War.
Did you know some people don't even think the Culper spy ring was ever real?
It was real. The Culper spy ring was organized by Benjamin Talmadge and General George Washington.
Wait, did you say general? I thought he was the president. Just kidding. George Washington became the president of the United States 11 years later.
George Washington suggested the name Culper because of Culper County in Virginia.
That's so random. I mean, yeah, it's named after Thomas Culper, who was the governor of Virginia and was executed because of suspicions of having a relationship with King Henry VIII's wife.
The purpose of Culper spy ring was to provide military intelligence from the British to George Washington.
They were sending messages across Long Island and up the Hudson to George Washington's headquarters.
Important people you need to know are Caleb Brewster, Austin Rowe, Anna Strong, and Agent 355.
Caleb Brewster was a member of the Culper spy ring during the Revolutionary War. He reported and carried messages between Talmadge and the main spies on the island. Austin Ray was a member of the Culper spy ring and was a successful spy during the war. Anna Strong was a member of the Culper spy ring and was one of the only female members in Culper spy ring. Agent 335 was the codename of a woman spy who was a member of the Culper spy ring. Her identity was never found, but all they know is Agent 335 meant woman.
Some important codes are
George Washington, 711.
Benjamin Talmadge, 721. His alias was John Bolton.
Abraham Woodhull, 722, and his aliases were Samuel Culper Sr.
Robert Townsend, 723. His alias was Samuel Culper Jr.
Austin Ray, 724.
And Caleb Brewster, 725.
You might wonder how we know all this information.
Yeah, Miss Mallory told us, so it has to be right.
Exactly, but we also know because of the letters from George Washington and James J.
Wait, we forgot to mention the biggest traitor in America's history.
You mean Benedict Arnold? He was such a traitor. He started off the war on the American side on the Continental Army, and he fought with distinction under Washington. But by the end of the war, he traded sides and fought for the British in the conflict of 1870. And now we have a short video to help summarize.
During the American Revolutionary War, the Battle of Long Island was a paralyzing defeat to General George Washington and his Continental Army. It caused the British occupation of New York City and Long Island. In 1778, General Washington appointed Major Benjamin Talmadge as his chief of intelligence. Shortly after, Talmadge formed and led the Culper spy ring. This brave group of Long Island patriots came to Washington's aid, risking their lives to help defeat the British. The key members of the Culper spy ring were ringleaders Abraham Woodhull, New York City spy Robert Townsend, and couriers Austin Rowe and Caleb Brewster. But among this group of men, a courageous woman was pivotal in changing the course of the American Revolutionary War. Anna Smith Strong was the brave and enigmatic member of the ring.
Anna Smith Strong was known to her family and friends as Nancy. She was a critical liaison between the male members of the spy ring and getting information to General Washington.
When Washington was in his headquarters, he realized he needed to know the strategic plans of the British and also their maneuvers. And so he realized that spies were critical to his plans.
The Culper spies were quite clever. They communicated using coded messages and letters written in invisible ink. The recipient of the invisible ink letters would use a liquid reagent to bring out the message.
The Culper espionage was funneled through the pastoral village of Setauket. The base of spy ring operations was at Abraham Woodhull's farm between Conscience Bay and Little Bay.
It was here on this property, now known as Strong's Neck, where Nancy Strong provided the link between Abraham Woodhull and Caleb Brewster. She devised a code system using her clothesline. If there was a black petticoat hung on her clothesline, it meant that Caleb Brewster was in town. And the number of handkerchiefs she had hung on the line were one of the 6 landing spots where Caleb Brewster and Abraham Woodhull would meet.
The spy messages were always delivered to the hands of General Washington. The dangerous work of these heroic secret agents resulted in momentous victories. Due to vital spy information, Washington was able to trick the British into turning their troops back to New York City, allowing French ally fleets to land safely on Rhode Island, one of several Culper spy triumphs. Today, one can explore the restful meadows and bays of Setauket and the Three Village area and connect with the fearless spirit and virtues of the Culper spy ring.
I hope that video and our podcast helped summarize and teach you a little bit about the Culper spy ring. Now we'll let Miss Mallory take it away,
Thank you for joining us today.
and I hope you enjoyed.